Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go. Check it, check it. League alert, league alert.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey. 13 yards remaining on second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Yeah, this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Here's Hurts to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, do you...
Man, that was bullshit all the way around the board. This nigga picked that, he threw the ball right to you. That was a good call.
Right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in
Man, no, it was fucking bullshit.
San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down, back to Sanders. Shifts by him. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage. Midfield at the 49. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. And this one too low. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Room here to run. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Not that time for Watkins. And it's 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
That's taken it around the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's complete. Mike Strong with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
18, Pioneer. Go.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage loss, but gain a few extra.
Hurts gets this to Sanders. And some room to work. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoff?
Mentioned they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Rodgers. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Rodgers finds his man, Dobbs. On the move past the 40. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Completes it again to Dobbs. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Dobbs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. McCann for the point after. And it is now 21-0. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Check man, check man. Warrior 17.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Not saying 19. Dragon 60.
Hurts. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On the set.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go 3. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go check. Go check. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
Throwing is Hurts. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this out wide to Scott. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Viking 18. Dixie Maverick. Dixie Maverick.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. On play action, Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Going for the deep ball. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And his throw is incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this 1st half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks. Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Back to throw here. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Fighting through it, he's got space.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
But first down, Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Cut my team! Cut my team! Check smash! Check smash! 18 rattle! 18 rattle! Go!
On first and 10, it's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. Touchdown! Dallas Goddard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest.
You fucking trash, yo. You keep trying little weak-ass nano blitzes and little weak YouTube shit. That's weak. That's weak.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But Charles, for them, a pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Rodgers going to throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 131 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. They'll go again to Jones. Running right through him. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for...
And now here's another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but... man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 23. On third down, here's Jones. And out of bounds right around the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently second in the league in first downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
An inside give to Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 174 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A give to Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. The give is to Jones. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
19 right. 3.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Running right, Jones. And some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. But 209 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This is Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Now it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They'll run it with Jones. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hit.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go. Trap 60. Buffalo 18.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. That's to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Elliott now to add the extra point. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Come on. Hit. Cardinal.
They're going to try and run. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. The clock management won't.
And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a Packers touchdown. Mike Strawn. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. 1 play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly